Hello, Monetization Nation. We may be familiar with the term flagship, but unaware of what it means. According to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, a flagship is the ship that carries the commander of a fleet, or a subdivision of the fleet, and flies the commander's flag. It is also the finest, largest, or most important one of a group of things. Launching an online flagship course is very similar in its importance, as the creator of a flagship course takes individuals on a unique journey of transformation. And the flagship course is the finest, largest, or most important of the courses offered by the creator. Online courses are becoming more and more popular, and it is projected that by 2023 they will grow to a $240 billion industry. And creating a flagship course for our audience may be the best way for us to capitalize on this opportunity. In this episode, we're going to learn about flagship courses and why flagship courses may be the next best step in our digital monetization. Tectonic shifts are constantly transforming the earth and business, causing destruction and huge growth opportunities. I'm Nathan William, the host of Monetization Nation, where we learn how to leverage business tectonic shifts to transform monetization. So what is a flagship course? According to Yaro Stark, a flagship course is not just any standard online course. It's something you devote yourself to over time, continually promote and improve, and it becomes your statement education experience. It's a leadership creation tool, as well as a money-making centerpiece for your online business. These courses are meant to help others with a problem or focus on a main topic, as well as a guide to help them through some kind of transformation. For example, a flagship course could be on how to get out of debt, which takes an individual through a process. To be an effective flagship course, individuals must be able to see clear results at the end, which is one of the reasons why people purchase these type of courses. Sarah Cordner, course creation specialist, encourages businesses to create flagship courses and apply their unique experiences in facilitating growth to their businesses. One of the fastest and most impactful ways to get your knowledge out to a global marketplace, making a bigger impact and diversifying your income, is to download that knowledge lying dormant in your brain and turn it into a credibility-building, income-generating, impact-making online course. Here are a few success stories from people who have launched flagship courses. Yaro Stark is a well-known entrepreneur and an incredible internet marketer who began his success by writing blogs. He's developed a flagship course to help bloggers to grow and monetize their blogs. Stark sold his first flagship course in 2007. It was a learning curve for him, as he learned what not to do and what to do. After restructuring his course, he learned to put deadlines on the course, as well as charge more for it. These improvements lowered his cancellation rates by 20%, and his revenue increased. Stark has implemented steps that have launched not only his career, but his courses. In doing so, he's been able to help many others achieve success. He helped a client, Tian Chu, who launched a course on color weaving and generated over $200,000 in sales. He's also had successful clients launch courses in making shampoo, recovering from chronic acne, self-publishing a book, and helping trainers grow their practice. Russell Brunson is another great example. Before Russell ever sold a book, he sold a flagship course, which I purchased about funnel building for $997. Bailey Richard is another example. She's an expert in infopreneurship products. She's developed a flagship course called Virtual Summit School, which I've taken, through which she teaches entrepreneurs a step-by-step path on how to create, plan, and execute a successful virtual summit. Deepesh Mandalia is yet another example. He's one of the world's leading experts on Facebook advertising. He created a framework for Facebook ads called the BPM method and created a flagship course to teach that framework, which I also purchased and studied. So how do we monetize a flagship course? Russell Brunson has advised members of his premier Inner Circle program to start their monetization efforts by focusing on a $997 flagship course. Yaro Stark also recommended pricing a flagship course at that same price point. Those sound like two pretty good sources for me on price point. Yaro Stark started the pricing for his flagship program course at about $500, and then later found he was pricing it too low and doubled that price. He liked pricing it at a higher price point because it gave him more flexibility to pay affiliates, which made them interested in marketing the course. However, if we choose to price our flagship course at nearly $1,000, then it's up to us to be sure we're providing a lot more value than the $1,000 we're charging for the course. We want to be sure we exceed their expectations and not burn the relationship by providing insufficient value. Some experts advise that if we start our monetization efforts with a product with a mid-tier price point, such as the $1,000 range, it can help our ventures to reach profitability much faster. Then, once we achieve success with a product in this range, we can launch another product at a lower or higher price point. $1,000 is definitely not the ceiling we can charge for a flagship course either. As our credibility and content quality grow, the price can grow as well. It's not abnormal for a flagship product to be priced at $10,000 or more. Because flagship courses are often mid-priced products, they're often harder to sell to people who do not know us and trust us yet. In other words, it usually takes some credibility to sell a flagship course. This credibility is often achieved by regularly publishing high-quality blogs, podcasts, or videos, and building a following of active followers who trust us. Or the credibility may be achieved through a webinar, or through selling a lower-cost course first, or a challenge course first. These lower-cost courses require less credibility to sell because the price point is lower. Then, if they receive much more value from the course than what they paid, they will trust us, and they will have a much higher likelihood of buying a more expensive flagship course from us. The credibility needed to sell a flagship course can also be achieved through influencer marketing. We can identify influencers who our target audience already follow and already trust, and we can establish an affiliate marketing relationship with those affiliates, so we pay them a commission for each course they sell. Often, course creators pay publishers 30 to 50% for each course they sell to their followers. This works because the influencer is already credible to many of their followers, and when the influencer markets our products, some of the credibility can flow through to our product and help increase the credibility enough to make the sale. Here are 8 steps to create a successful flagship course. Number 1, we must deeply research, understand, and teach our topic. Flagship courses are not a place for educators who have a shallow level of knowledge in that subject matter. Number 2, we must find a problem that our target audience is willing to pay to learn how to solve. Number 3, we must develop frameworks that help our students to understand and remember what we teach. To understand frameworks, think of Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, or even the steps I'm teaching you right now. Number 4, we must have great stories that help us teach the key points in compelling and memorable ways. Number 5, we need to record these stories, frameworks, and other teaching elements through video. Number 6, we need to set up a site on an online course hosting platform. See our resource page on Monetization Nation for some online platforms you might consider. Number 7, we must provide a huge amount of unique value to the people taking the course. They must feel they received far more value than what they paid. Number 8, we must effectively market the course to our target audience with credibility, such as through an affiliate program with influencers. Here are some of the benefits of a flagship course for both businesses and individuals. Number 1, flagship courses can be convenient for students. People all over the world can learn amazing skills from the comfort and safety of their own homes. One of the most convenient reasons for a flagship course is they're flexible, meaning the individuals can usually move at their own pace and learn from anywhere with an internet connection any time of day. An in-person teacher doesn't have to guide them through it either. Usually, the individual chooses how slow or how fast they want to take the course at their convenience. Number 2, flagship courses can make it easier for us to work with affiliates. Because the flagship courses are usually more expensive, it can often be easier to get influencers to sell the products for us because they can earn larger commissions. Number 3, flagship courses can make it easier for our companies to get to profitability faster. Many entrepreneurs build their flagship courses first because it will help them get to profitability faster than the other types of products. For example, if we sold a book for $20, we might sell a lot more of them, but we'll probably never sell enough books alone to get to profitability at the early stages of our business when we don't have established credibility or upsell products. However, with a $1,000 course, we only have to sell 100 courses to get to our first $100,000 of revenue. And if or when we can sell 1,000 courses, we generate $1 million. It may be a lot easier to get to profitability quickly with a flagship course than a book, for example, as our first new product. Number 4, flagship courses can help us establish credibility. Flagship courses can be an excellent way for course creators to build credibility. As people take our courses, as long as we provide plenty of value, most students will come to trust us more, and it will be easier for us to sell additional products and services to the students. Flagship courses can be a great way to sell high-end products and services. Number 5 is diversified revenue. If we already have a business with customers, flagship courses can provide us with a new way to generate diversified revenue from our existing customers with very little cost of goods sold. Here are some of my key takeaways from this episode. Number 1, a flagship course is a leadership creation tool, as well as a money-making strategy for our businesses. Number 2, to be effective, individuals must see clear results at the end of the flagship course. We should build our flagship course around a step-by-step process or a framework that is easy to follow. Number 3, the benefits of a flagship course include convenience for students. It can be easier to get affiliates to sell our course. We may get to profitability faster. It can increase our credibility and diversified revenue streams from our existing customer base with a very high profit margin. Number 4, the online course market is growing quickly. People are turning to these options for education during their free time and making an income. Number 5, put deadlines on your course to create urgency. Number 6, flagship courses usually need credibility to sell well. This can be achieved through influencer marketing, publishing great content and building our own following, webinars, or selling lower cost products to consumers first and delivering great value so they want to upsell and trust us to upsell. Number 7, to achieve success with a flagship course, we must deeply understand the topic, develop our frameworks, tell great stories, solve a problem our customers are willing to pay for, provide much more value than what they paid for, and effectively market to our target audience. Did you like today's episode? Then please follow these channels to receive free digital monetization content. Number 1, get a free monetization assessment of your business. Subscribe to the Monetization e-magazine and follow the monetization blog at monetizationnation.com. Number 2, you can subscribe to the Monetization Nation YouTube channel or podcast. Number 3, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Number 4, you can follow Monetization Nation on Instagram or Twitter. If we desire monetization we have never before achieved, we must leverage strategies we have never before implemented. I challenge each of us to pick one thing that resonated with us from today's episode and implement it to help achieve our monetization goals. What great flagship courses have you taken and loved? Please join our private Monetization Nation Facebook group and share your insights with other digital monetizers. Thank you for watching or listening. I hope you have a fabulous day and wish you the best in your monetization journey. Do you want to become a better digital monetizer? To receive great monetization stories and secrets, please go to monetizationnation.com and join free. And if you liked today's episode, please subscribe to the show and share it.